All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Trap Advisor. Thank you for trapping in. It's your boy Pancho Gasman, and today I have a special guest. My man, introduce yourself.
My name is Rod, brand owner. Stay tuned. A lot of people know me for the brand. Stay tuned. A lot of people know me as Rob, but I do a little screen printing, a little bit of art, little, you know what I'm saying, be in the culture pretty much.
Okay, yeah, it's really dope art, y'all. So I know y'all can see it, man. This is some of the drip, man, that he got on, man, from head to toe, man.
This is actually I made this today. So it's one of the designs that I've had in my head for a long time, and you guys can't see this, but the ghosts actually glow in the dark. Today is Friday the 13th. You know, now you guys know, but Friday the 13th, and I wanted to do something cool that, you know, sets the vibe. So I thought this would have been dope.
No, you sauced up. Yeah, I'll definitely, man. Come on, I'm a big DBZ fan, man. So, and there's a lot of people out here too that's just like that, man. So, how long? Like, when did you start it, man? Like, tell the people, man. When did this? When this whole?
Like shirts in general.
Yeah. Started with Stay Tuned.
Stay tuned. So believe it or not, when I first started with Stay Tuned, it was more of a management company. So I have a lot of friends that make music, and they used to, how'd I say, they wanted me to represent them. So I started representing one, then I started representing the second one. And before I knew it, I had a couple of them that I represented. And then one of them gave me the idea. Hey, shout out Brian. So one of them gave me the idea, is like, well, why don't you start the management company, Stay Tuned? So it started as Stay Tuned Management, but that's what everybody else wanted of. It's not what I wanted for myself. What I wanted for myself, it was clothes. I used to like clothes and things like that. So one time I was just bored, and I put Stay Tuned on a t-shirt for my management company. And then from there, it went a little further. Then I started making anime shirts, because at the time there wasn't too many anime shirts. But to answer the question, I have about 5 years now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good amount of time. So it evolved.
Yeah. So when you first start talking to people, nobody knows what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what I tell everybody, just try everything. Because if you try everything, you'll find what you like a little bit more. And then life always gravitates you to what you're supposed to be doing anyways.
Oh yeah, you gotta know when to adapt.
Yeah, facts. And
But
also know when to give up. When life is really, when you know you're not supposed to be doing something,
let it go.
Good way to steer you the right way. And you have to get those cues to, you know, do what your heart tells you.
Now you gotta listen to your intuition, man. A lot of people not tapping in, you know, they not trapping in, you know.
Facts.
But all right, cool, man. So I like this, man. How long you been doing the DBZ thing, though, man? Has that been since the beginning, or is that?
Yeah, since the beginning. My first design that I made was actually a trunks design. It was the first shirt that I made, and then I've always liked Dragon Ball Z. I think everybody from back in the day, when you used to wake up and 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, tapped in.
On Cartoon Network, Toonami's on, and Toonami more than likely some Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
So it's something that we all grew up on, and there's a lot of life lessons you can learn from it. So I always come back and like the little spins off of it.
Who's your favorite character?
It changed. So in the beginning, it used to be Trunks. Not Trunks. It used to be Gohan. And then Gohan fighting Cell, all that, bro, was peak. But then he grew up a little bit. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Trunks.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like future Trunks. That's why I got this. I like the young Trunks. So you got young Trunks, a genius, you know what I'm saying, from Bulma, got all this bread, and then he's the one that always puts Gotenks like in check. You know what I'm saying? He's always like, bro, quit being a dumbass. Like, this is what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he's not too much older than him either.
Yeah.
It shows how much smarter he is than everybody else. So
Yeah.
the quirkiness and everything else that brings with him, you know?
Okay, yeah. And
Hey, how about yourself? Who's your favorite?
Man, it's between Piccolo and Goku, you know, because Goku the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but Piccolo, you know, he was
Real one, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Goku.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Stuff.
you know.
And then that ties into a little bit of everything. So what I love the culture, you know what I'm saying? A little bit graffiti, it's streetwear, anime now. There's so much nuances and so many little details and everything that I like to just tie it all together. When you look at this, what do you think about? You think about me.
Yeah.
I love anime. So when you look at my clothes and see my clothes, you would always be like, yeah, I do see Rob wearing that. Because
Yeah.
before anything, this is for all the designers out there. You got to create for yourself. Everybody is cool. Trying to please the masses is fine, but if you find what you like and find your style, nobody else can tell you anything.
Nothing. You got to be in your own lane.
And you can find your own lane in anything. Another thing people always tell me, like, why do you give so much game out? Why do you always tell people where to get the things and stuff like that? You know, I could give someone the recipe. I could give someone the ingredients. I can even give someone the kitchen. They can't cook it like this because we know what we're doing and how we do it, and it takes repetition, right? So why am I going to gatekeep somebody maybe getting into it? More than likely, people don't like the stuff. People don't want to do the stuff, and they're going to give up anyways. So give them the chance. Don't hold on information.
No, for real, man. That gatekeeping stuff, man, that's out. It's out, man. It's about supporting each other.
Yeah.
You know, really helping somebody. You know, hey, you help me, I help you. You know, but it's a lot of, you know, it gets weird. But hey, on a positive note, though, man, I see you. So what's the future of this brand? Like, what's going on? Like, we out here just in Vegas, or we going to turn it to a national, multinational?
You're the first person to hear this, right? So the main master plan. This is my big goal that I have, and I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen at some point. You know how rappers have tours?
Yeah.
I want to have a sprinter tour. So with that being said, it is more or less like, how do I put this up? I can go tap in with other streetwear stores, and I could take my mobile presence with me, and I can go do collabs in different cities, different places. So when people want to see that same, you know, experience that I'm giving out, they can. Oh, they're coming to Austin, Texas. Rob's coming to Austin, Texas. Yeah, I gotta go tap in so I can go see that firsthand. Because a lot of times people see my stuff on the internet and want to know how can I do it. As of right now, one of the only ways is catch me at a pop-up or, you know, get some close to me. And I'm always open to letting everybody come in and feeling the experience, right? But other than that, if you're in New York, there's no way to get an access of me. You could buy something off me, but you can't go inside my shop and do anything. You just buy it and get it in the mail, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different things like that, but experiences is more what I'm trying to cater towards.
Okay.
I want to be the person that I wish I had when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was middle school, high school, I wanted to make t-shirts, but I just didn't have the right guidance. I want to be that guy. If someone stumbles across my page and they learn one or two things off of it, I'm happy with that. You know?
Yeah, these days it's a lot cheaper to get in the game, though, kinda, man. Like, it was a lot harder. Now really ain't no excuse for it.
It is before, you know, knowledge costs. Knowledge costs a lot of money. And to get that knowledge, you had to know somebody or you had to pay for it.
Exactly.
Now you can look me up on YouTube and learn some stuff. You can look up a lot of other people on YouTube and learn some stuff. So it's, yeah, like you said, it's a lot more accessible. It's a lot cheaper. So there's no excuses. How much do you really want it? It's 5 years. There's no way you can get as good as I am in 5 years if you don't try. So I'm just a walking testament that anybody can do it, because when I started, I didn't have no idea of what a shirt was, what the quality was, what the different types of print was, anything. So jumping into something blind, and now where I'm at in 5 years, any of you guys can do it. So
Hey, look, it's your 10,000 hours.
However you want to split it up and how fast you want to get there, that's on you, right? 5 years, I guaranteed I hit those 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
What did I take? I took a lot of blood, sweat,
a
lot of tears.
It's all that.
A little bit of everything. And you need to have a good support system.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good support system, everything's gonna fall.
Yeah, you can't be a one-man army all the time.
You can act like it.
Yeah.
So you know, there's been a lot of times where, you know, I used to be so stubborn and prideful. Now I'm learning that to be a real boss, you got to delegate some power off. You got to cut some of that off, because you can't do everything. Think of a CEO at anywhere. They don't do most of their jobs. They got a lot of other things that they have to give to other people, so they can do, right? But what a real boss does know, he knows what each step is and how each step's supposed to look. So I'm not going to explain you to do something if I don't know how to do it myself. And that's where a lot of people get it mixed up, because yeah, you know, you can say you're a boss, you can say you're do this, but if you don't know how to do the bottom, the most labor intensive part of your career, are you like really a master at your craft?
No, you gotta go through the process. You know, you can't skip the steps. But hey, okay, so where can the good people catch you at? Where can they get this good gear at, man? Where can they reach you?
So they can reach the clothing. It's gonna be I gotta stay tuned on Instagram. On YouTube is Stay Tuned Studios. On TikTok is Stay Tuned Studios. And I believe that's it. Website, staytunedstudios.com. But majority of the stuff that you'll find is going to be on Instagram and is going to be on YouTube. A lot of my longer form videos are on YouTube. I have documentaries, podcasts, a lot of games. So if you are looking into screen printing or just want a little bit more, it's a perfect place to start.
I just got mine done, y'all. You know, it's really nice, man. And he about his business.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Likewise, you know, so you brought me on here. I got to talk a little bit more about me, and the people get to know a little bit more about me too. And that's what the bigger picture is. We got to help each other out. I helped you with the t-shirts. You helped me with this. And then before we know it, you know, I'm going to get mine back running. I'm going to have you a guest on mine.
All right, bro. Well, hey.
Thank you.
Thank you for trapping in with, man. It's been another great episode, man. Make sure y'all get y'all hot gear right here.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.